Meet the Eritrean Nakfa, a currency that stands as a symbol of strength, pride, and independence in Africa. With just 15 Nakfa to the US dollar, it's one of Africa's most remarkable currencies. The Nakfa is more than money. It's a celebration of Eritrea's journey and resilience. Stay with me to discover the inspiring story behind Africa's most unique and strong currency. This is a story of heritage, power, and the spirit of a nation. Welcome to the world of the Eritrea. To understand the Nakfa, we need to go back to the 1990s, delivered with a sense of tension and anticipation. Eritrea fought a grueling 30-year war of independence against Ethiopia, one of the longest and most determined struggles in modern African history. It was a battle for identity, for land, and for the very soul of a nation. When Eritrea finally won its hard-fought independence in 1993, a new nation was born. But for a time, it continued to use the Ethiopian birr as its money. This was a practical but temporary arrangement, but for the new Eritrean state, true sovereignty meant more than just a flag. It required full independence, not just politically, but also economically. A nation's currency is a powerful symbol of its autonomy. So in 1997, the government introduced its own currency, the Eritrean Nakfa, ERN. The name Nakfa was deeply symbolic. It comes from the town of Nakfa, a legendary stronghold of the independence fighters. Nestled in the mountains, this town became a symbol of Eritrean resilience, withstanding years of siege. For years, Eritrean resistance groups used Nakfa town as their base, a nerve center for the fight against Ethiopian forces. So when the new currency was created, calling it Nakfa was a way of saying, our money is born from our struggle and our freedom. Even the designs on the banknotes tell this story. When Eritrea introduced the Nakfa, its leaders made a bold choice. They would set the currency's value themselves, not leave it to the unpredictable swings of the global market. This approach is called a currency peg. The Nakfa's value was fixed to the US dollar, aiming to show stability and inspire confidence at home and abroad. Since 2005, the official rate has stayed at 1 US dollar equals 15 Nakfa. The government has kept this number steady, hoping to project strength and reliability. On paper, this makes the Nakfa appear stronger than many other African currencies, whose values often change with the market. But this official strength is only part of the story. The real value of the Nakfa is shaped by more than just government policy. In the next chapter, we'll see what happens when official numbers and everyday reality don't match. But here's where the story takes a turn. In Eritrea, strict rules make it nearly impossible for ordinary people to get foreign currency from banks. As a result, a hidden market has emerged, where people quietly trade Nakfa for dollars, euros, or pounds on the street. This black market isn't just a side story. It shapes daily life. People pay much more for foreign goods, and savings lose value fast. For families, this means higher prices, fewer choices, and constant uncertainty about what their money is really worth. The black market rate isn't just a number, it's a daily reality that affects every purchase and every plan for the future. Why does Eritrea keep the Nakfa fixed at 15 per dollar? The answer lies in three main reasons. First, national pride. The government wants the Nakfa to symbolize strength and independence. Second, control. By fixing the rate, Eritrea tightly manages money flowing in and out of the country. Third, sovereignty. Leaders believe strict currency rules protect Eritrea from foreign influence. But these policies have consequences: shortages of goods, high inflation, and little foreign investment. It's like keeping up the image of strength, even while people feel the weakness in their daily lives. This official strength doesn't translate into more food on the table or lower prices in the market. The Nakfa, therefore, represents a paradox. On one side, it is a proud symbol of independence and survival. It tells the story of a small nation that stood against the odds and claimed its freedom, with every note a tribute to that resilience. But on the other side, the Nakfa also reflects Eritrea's deep economic isolation. Because the exchange rate is fixed and controlled, Eritrea struggles with trade, investment, and access to global markets. So when we ask, is the Nakfa really Africa's strongest currency? The answer is a clear no. It only looks strong on paper. The true strength of a currency comes from stability, purchasing power, and international trust, qualities the Nakfa is still working to achieve. The story of the Nakfa is the story of Eritrea itself, a nation fiercely proud of its independence, a people shaped by struggle and sacrifice, and a currency that carries more history and symbolism than actual economic strength. So while the Nakfa may not be Africa's strongest currency in reality, it remains one of the most meaningful on the continent. It stands as a powerful reminder that money is not just economics, it is history, identity, and national pride. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for more stories like this. Your support helps us grow and bring you more amazing content. Don't miss out on our next deep dive. Subscribe now, join our community of curious minds. Thank you for watching.